What's going on, guys? My name is Zed, and welcome to this video. Hey, Zach! It's actually Zed. You're looking really crusty and disheveled. Like, what's up with this thing? Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking the cleanest, for sure. My beard's a bit scraggly, you know, skin's a bit dry. And the hat? Well, I'm wearing the hat because I haven't shaved my head in a while, and I haven't showered in 3 to 8 days. And, you know, I just don't want people to immediately know that. They can tell for sure. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Thank you for letting me know about that. I appreciate you. But this is a Big Lots haul, guys. Big Lots. You know, the movie place. Or, you know, there's other stuff there, but movies mainly for me. Today, we are doing a Big Lots haul. So, I initially went out to go to my local Ollie's Bargain Outlet. I remember them having a great toy selection several months ago. So I decided, well, maybe they still have that. Maybe that's some new stuff. Well, the only thing I left with were these like little flavor packets that were cheap for my water, which, little taste test, not great. But right down the road from Ollie's Bargain Outlet is a Big Lots. So I politely asked my grandpa to drive me down there, and they had some pretty cool new stuff. Now, this is not my biggest Big Lots haul. I absolutely love that store, but there is some really great stuff in here, so I would like to share it. Starting off with Blake Lively in The Shallows. Now, a fun fact about Zed that's not really that fun, I'm absolutely terrified of open water. There's something about it. I'm a very tall guy, 6'8", and if there's things that I can't stand in and like breathe, that's a no-go for me. That's a no-go. And so I can go out in some pretty deep water, but the second my feeties don't touch, baby, that sends me into a panic. I don't know whose gremlins are trying to get to my little tootsies, man. I can't do it. So Sharks, Blake Lively, I've heard it's really great. Certified fresh and Rotten Tomatoes. It made a lot of headlines when it came out a couple years back. So The Shallows. Catch my breath. I'm getting too excited. This one right here is Over the Hedge, a favorite of mine growing up. I remember this circulating on TV several times, and I always sat down and watched it. The reason I picked this up mainly, because I already own it, is because of this variant artwork cover. I believe they're called family icon covers, and I collect them, and I just like the simplicity of it. I love the main character, a couple main characters with the plain colored background. I absolutely love that aesthetic. This might be my first on Blu-ray, but definitely not my only one on Blu-ray now, because I also found Shark Tale. This is a great movie starring Will Smith. I feel bad for poor Lenny over here. He's covered up by the abominable sticker, but I'll take that off here shortly. But this is a great movie. Also has like Robert De Niro in it. Great cast, very funny. And yeah, this was like mine and my ex-girlfriend's favorite movie. We watched it quite often, and it's a good one. It also came with slipcover, which is really good. Can you hear people waking up upstairs? Can you tell that this part of the video was shot like, I don't know, 48 hours after the previous shots? Right here is probably one of my favorite things I found. And here's the little story behind it. That's Daddy's Home. So I was shuffling through the shelf, and I found Daddy's Home 2, which is one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies. And why? Well, Mark Wahlberg should have won, or should have been nominated for Best Actor in Daddy's Home 2 for his performance. It was absolutely incredible. He was snubbed at the Oscars, and I absolutely adore these movies. And Daddy's Home was nowhere to be found on the shelf. And I was like, you know what? If I find Daddy's Home, I'll pick it up. I'll pick both up because I don't have either. And once I finally found Daddy's Home with a slipcover, mind you, like, nonetheless, like, this is great. It's a Christmas slipcover, which is probably to tie in with the Christmas theme of the sequel. I couldn't find Daddy's Home 2. Like, I saw it, but when I went back to find it, 5 minutes later, it was gone, disappeared. I looked several times, couldn't find it. I don't know. But what's up with comedies having their sequels set around the holiday season, right? Like you have Daddy's Home 2, you have Bad Moms Christmas, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Like a lot of comedy sequels take place during Christmas. I don't know, but that's a really great find. Right here, this was on the shelf a couple of times, and I would always pass it up while I was looking, and then finally I was like, maybe I do know that movie. And that movie, of course, is Jeepers Creepers, which after I looked at the back, I was like, oh, Justin Long. I recognized the silhouette of the creeper, and I actually popped it in yesterday and I watched it, and it is really, really good. I don't know much about the sequels, and I know there's a fourth one in development, but this one was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed it. The ending I almost didn't like it, but I think I did. I think I did. It was overall a well-rounded movie. 2001, I love that transition from like 1999 to 2002. Those movies, there's some really good gems in there. And then this one is for my Star Trek collection. So my favorite sci-fi movies are the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, even though he only directed the first two, but I absolutely love those movies, and I collect all the variants, so I picked up this one right here for Star Trek Into Darkness, the slipcover variant. It does have just a generic Into Darkness right underneath there. I already own that, but I need to catch my breath is what I need to do. I get so fucking excited. So this will just stay factory sealed, as I don't need another copy. I already own Into Darkness 3 or 4 times, but these are great movies, and I hope they get around to making the 4th installment. This next one is one that I did not think I was gonna pick up. I had it in mind, but I was like, well, if I don't find anything else, then I'll add that to the pile. And again, it was a smaller haul, so The Great Wall, starring Matt Damon, came home with me. Now, not only is Matt Damon a fantastic actor, and I love him in almost everything he does, but this movie had Pedro Pascal, and it also had Willem Dafoe. So even though this movie was a horrible idea and was not a great success, at least they'll give great performances, I hope. So that's The Great Wall, 2 hours long. I was actually going to watch that yesterday, but then I was like, 2 hours? So I skipped that, and we're going to hold that for another day. Then this right here, I only knew it by name, but Mark Wahlberg sold me, because Mark Wahlberg's one of my favorite people to watch, and that is All the Money in the World. So this was certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It's based on a true story of the Getty kidnapping, and I don't know, so it could be good. I know it's about, I think Mark Wahlberg's an investigator who is trying to track down this missing persons, and maybe there's some money involved in why the person was kidnapped. Maybe there's like some type of, what's it called when there's a transaction of money, like they send like a letter with all the weird cutout letters from magazines, and it's like, I want this amount of money, or I'm going to start sending fingers to you in the mail. I don't know what that's called, but ransom, there we go. Maybe there's some type of ransom involved, and maybe all the money in the world can't buy the person back. I don't know. So that's just speculation. I have no idea what it's about. And last but not least, we have one of my favorite movies from the last couple of years. I watched it again at the beginning of the year, and that is Jon Favreau in Chef. He wrote, directed, and starred in this movie. He has a great ensemble cast including Sofia Vergara. You have, who else do you have? John Leguizamo. You have Scarlett Johansson, Oliver Platt. You have Dustin Hoffman and Robert Downey Jr., who make appearances in a couple scenes. It is a great time. Don't watch it on an empty stomach. I know a lot of people say that, but you will seriously get hungry. Grab some popcorn, grab some Skittles. I don't care what you have in your cabinet. Grab it and start snacking, because you're really, really going to want to watch this movie. It is so, so good. And all right, guys, that is it for my Big Lots haul. I want to thank you guys for watching. Tell me in the comments down below what you have actually been watching. I want to talk about it. And until next time, guys, I'll be talking to you when I talk to you. Peace.